It's the NFL on EA Sports, and this one features the Saints' leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Saints and the Eagles, and it comes your way next.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Shedding the tackle. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
I have to say, partner, their coaches didn't do a very good job of hiding their thoughts this week when they spoke with us, did they? They told us exactly this. We've been good on the ground, but sitting 8th in the league, we know we can kick it up a notch and push for the top 5. So there's no doubt in my mind, we'll see them try to establish that ground game early and try to pick up an early lead.
From the gun, it's Hurts to Barkley on the check down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be 4th down. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that fast.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 2nd down. You look at this Eagle defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now they got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Now Breeze. Olave over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
Well, one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And Graham's got it, complete. And he's dropped right at the 40, gain of 3. The numbers in last week's game for Graham: 5 catches, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work. and make sure he touches the football.
Here's Breeze. He gets it to Cooks. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there. Here's what a bit. You put a score in here. Long way to go, but you're right. That's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where a play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, have that dagger play, have that play just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Breeze again. Pass caught by Olave. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. The Saints had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they moved back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week has been a challenge thus far.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he is going to have the Saints first down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Now Breeze. The connection made. It's Graham. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
At the Eagles' 14-yard line.
Off the middle. Ingram. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints will jump on top of the game's first score this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal. Again, I like the way that they started this ball game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So back on the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Hurts sets up to throw it. And it's complete to Jeffrey. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jeffrey will go in motion right. Throwing is Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Barkley inside handoff. Able to slither by, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll try to run for it, Barkley. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. 2nd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Now Hurts on the option right. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. If they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. Brought down around the 16 and 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Breeze now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
To throw is Breeze. They go screen. This is Ingram. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Play action. Breeze. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They geared up with
took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, they can put some points up and have a little momentum going. They got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go, and move on to the next series.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Paulson and Debo up to make the stop.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Pierce now up the middle. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now back to throw. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. They'll drop the throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. No surprise there. Chase Young makes that play to the sack. That's not how you hope to draw up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. He'll drop to throw. And he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
So here are the Saints to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bucs. They lead here as well as they come up on 1st down. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He was brought down by Nolan Smith. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
Breeze going to throw. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Breeze. On the out route, this ball complete to Graham. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Breeze now. Fighting to stay upright. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. It's caught left side by Cooks. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Breeze. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Nolan Smith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Breeze to throw. Olave over the middle. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now Breeze. To the sideline and incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we close out the first quarter of this season. We'll start with an AFC East matchup. The New York Jets taking on New England in Foxborough. And the Patriots have the lead in the final stages before halftime. The Patriots trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Packers. Justin Jefferson, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And that one all even in their matchup with the visiting Dolphins. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They'll give to Kamara here on the option, and he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Back to throw. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Philadelphia.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
A gain of 11 on the play. And an Eagles first down.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
It's second and inches at the 46-yard line.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Eagles.
Throwing is Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain, but I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush is just too off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got the hook up once again to Jeffrey. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
At the 23-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Give it Pierce. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This will be caught just inside the 10. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Forced out to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts. Career touchdown number 136, tying him with Marshall Faulk for 7th on the all-time list. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. It doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So how about this for a turn of events? They cut the lead with a touchdown, and then on the ensuing kickoff, get the football right back.
And what a swing in a short amount of time, because the momentum was totally against them. Now it's all in their favor. They've got a chance to go into the lead if they get the ball to the end zone.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Hurts.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Hurts going to keep it running right.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And
he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Jalen Hurts with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Eagles have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
Well, Charles, I think you and I both agree these guys were outplayed in that first half, and the scoreboard reflected that, but they've come out since halftime. They've looked like a different team.
And it makes you wonder what was said and done in that locker room, because they've made some nice adjustments, and they're executing better. I think they got some fiery guys on that sideline that had a few things to say at the half, and now they've come out with a vengeance.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. New Orleans offense back out and ready to go.
They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this 3rd quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast, because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then like a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it. They've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Going quickly here to Thomas. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw is Breeze. Fighting through pressure. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Still going. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you could lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Butker on for the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. And it looks like the defense has got it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Gets the dump off to Pierce. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. The Saints offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets. And it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick-6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick-6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
Throwing now is Breeze. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They give to Ingram up the middle. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now Breeze. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Shotgun now for Breeze. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Here now, 2nd and 4.
At the Eagles' 26-yard line.
Breeze going to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
7-yard gain. That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now a handoff to Ingram. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or...
Touchdown, Saints! Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So they get the score, partner. Game's not over, but they still need some help here.
Agreed, they definitely need some help, but they took care of the first part by scoring themselves.
A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2.
The Saints will line up for the 2.
Breeze is going to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets it back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close. One-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Pierce gets this one running right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. To throw, it's Breeze. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On the counter, Ingram. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. There comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Smith to return it. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. Second and a yard.
Now a handoff for Pierce.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
First down, Philadelphia.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 6 yards there on the keeper at second down. They're going to look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Throwing is Hurts. This short throw caught by Goedert.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 5. Here's Pierce.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Back to throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter play. Butker's kick here is good.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 6, a minute 45 to play. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Breeze. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Breeze to throw. Throw complete right side to Coles.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Now Breeze. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Now 2nd and 4.
It's a pick up of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Now Breeze got to have this one. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles defense able to hold.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And they'll indeed take a knee.
And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, they now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game.
It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are.
Yeah, you break your schedule up almost into quarters, every 4 games, and assess 3-1. Any team would take that.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Philadelphia, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.